know I made a video on this already. I think I did. Called "The Psychic Generation is Coming." I think that's what that was about. Um, Things have been changing a lot, like a lot. Um, I wonder. Sorry, I thought I heard something. I was wondering why, like a week ago, things started changing, and just basic little things like my eating habits, my sleeping habits. People around me were doing different things. Uh, People in the roads are driving like crazy. They're driving zigzagged. They're driving across people into three lanes. They're driving over overpasses. I don't know if other people are noticing this, or it's just the area. People are changing. It's strange. It's strange. But yesterday, in particular, something very strange. It's medium ever happened to me. Happened. So I was working. Hold on. Yeah, that's what that was about. I was working at a wine walk thing in Los Gatos, and my foot was hurting. So they were telling me to smash down a bunch of boxes. And naturally, I shouldn't have done that because my foot was hurting. But the pain from my foot started causing this seizure kind of feeling where I got dizzy feeling, so I had to leave. And I stumbled on into Round Table. I hate Round Table. And I told them I felt dizzy. So I began staring off into space. Before I started doing that, I called 911. They came to me. But when they came to me, this is when shit started getting weird. When I started staring off into space, I could hear everyone around me. I could hear everything around me, but I was trapped in my head. Like, it was so incredibly peaceful. You know, if you have earplugs in, earbuds or earplugs, and everything just sounds so lighter, you can't really hear people very well. It's like you see their mouths moving, but you don't hear them. That's what it was like. I could slightly hear them talking, but I couldn't, and I was just staring off into space, and I saw a bright, shining light towards me. And it was moving around, and I was just looking at it. The only time I was able to talk to them for a short amount of time, the paramedics, was when they asked me, and I knew I was conscious while all this was happening. It was so weird. It was like an awake coma. Oh my God. And that's not just the only thing. Lately this week, just lots of other things have been changing that don't make much sense to me. I'll explain why. 23rd of September, which is in 3 days, 3 days, is supposed to be the day when everything ends. A meteor is supposed to crash into Earth, and the world is just supposed to rebuild after that. But that is the biblical terms for it. That's what everyone that reads the Bible thinks is going to happen, because it's in the Bible, it's prophesied in the Bible that's going to happen. But in scientific people, logical people, say that it is a wave of energy that's going to come down on people and change the way we live forever. And that is so much more believable than the meteor, because the wave of energy would change how your brain works, how you think, and all of that. If your vibration in your body is completely changed, you are completely changed. Everything about it's called a spiritual awakening, and as funny as that sounds, look up spiritual awakening and read the description of the symptoms. It will describe just do it. Just do it. Just do it. So the closer it gets to the 23rd, the crazier people are going to get because of the religious thing and because of their mood changes for the 23rd. And after the 23rd, I can't tell you what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that right now, I'm paranoid. Kind of. I mean, all this religious shit that I don't care about is making me paranoid. I don't think it's a meteor, but if it is, that's not good. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the government was trying to hype people up and try to get people to think it's a meteor when they know it's energy instead. And when I say energy, I mean electromagnetic waves coming towards the Earth from space. But it would make more sense if the government, the president, and the Pope, especially the Pope, since the president and the Pope are meeting on the 23rd, it would make more sense that they would be trying to convince the Christian population that it's a meteor. That way, all the Christians would sell all their bonds and all their belongings and get rid of all of that, and the stock prices would plummet because the stock would just plummet because everyone would be selling. No one would be buying because everyone would think it's the end of the world, and that's it. Everyone would think the world is ending, so no, everyone would be selling, and that would increase productivity because that's capitalism. When the stocks go down, it's cheaper for the other people to buy. And then the people who bought low can sell high later on. It's smart. It's smart. The coin collectors like me, which are the gold and the silver bullion collectors, are the ones who've been waiting for this thing to happen, for the gold prices to drop so we can buy more gold. So when the government makes the new currency in October 20th, apparently, it will probably be on gold and silver. That's why this shit is planned out. I'm pretty sure this shit is planned out. That's why you should invest in gold and silver. Like I keep telling my fucking family, and they don't listen to me. They just keep kind of saving up on cash, which is going to be worth nothing in a month. Yeah. That's why I canceled my bank account, because banks are crooked, and don't trust banks. Really. They print money. Why would you trust a bank? Why would you trust something that prints money? Banks are the reason that we have to have a new currency now. Because they printed up so much money, it's not worth anything anymore. It's not backed up by anything. It's backed up by human thought. We think that it's worth something, so it's worth something. That's why when people become paranoid, the prices drop because everyone's selling. And that's that. So the meteor is just a scare. It's a false scare to get people to sell their belongings, their bonds, their stocks. But the electromagnetic waves from the space, the energy from the space that's coming down would make so much more sense. Plus, they have a machine. The government has a fucking machine. They've shown it. The government showed it in a news article and in a video. It's a giant machine that can repel energy. Why do they need a machine that can repel energy when energy isn't coming from the sky? If energy isn't coming from the sky, then why do they need a giant $1 million machine that repels energy? Tell me. Shit like that, it's like an obvious, not a conspiracy theory, it's just obvious. It's obvious. No meteor, energy. The machine is right there. Right there. Right there. It's proof. When there's proof, I believe something. If there's no proof, I don't believe it. When it's just a theory, I don't believe it. If there's a physical thing that is right there, I believe it. If it happens, like telepathy or telekinesis, if you move something with your hands and it physically actually moves, I'll believe it because I saw it in front of me. Yeah. Seeing is believing. So, be prepared for 23rd. Whoever watches this today, be prepared for the 23rd. And if nothing happens, I was wrong. But if you feel weird on the 23rd, get used to it.